Massively excited today to be here at officially the best course in Europe. We are at Quinta del Lago and today we are going to be playing the South course, an absolutely stunning setting and a very tough test of golf.
So I've stopped playing comps as a professional, and it was really my only way to test how well I was playing. So I'm going to get an online handicap and see if I can play to scratch. Every time I go play, I've got 3 goals: a gold, a silver and a bronze medal. And this series will get me out to the best courses in the world. Today, my score goals are simple. Par or better, I get a gold, 73 to 75 a silver, 76 to 79 a bronze, and then 80 or above, I get nothing at all.
And here we are, first hole, 368 meters down the valley. Enjoy yourself, boys. Have a good game. Play well. And this here is left. This time in the morning, that shouldn't be an issue. He says, as he fires it right. Well, it's okay. I might be a little bit blocked off by the biggest trees in the world, but we'll be okay. Not exactly the start I was after here. Straight away in the right trees. I could go out sideways here, but to be honest, I might as well just plop it forward. I've got 150 yards, try and get it past those trees there. And if it doesn't, then, well, I'm screwed. So I think I've inadvertently played a worldie there. Ah! Did you see the bunker? Literally the biggest bunker in Portugal from this screen. Oh no, oh God. Ah. One of the whole points of this new kind of playing series is that I approach these rounds a little bit more seriously. So turning up with the usual no warm-up and probably even worse, no coffee routine is not very healthy. Now I've got to land this on a downslope, right to left. Literally just got to get it out of the bunker and let it dribble. Lie is sat down a touch, it's annoying. More of an explosion shot. In all fairness, with heavy morning hands, that's okay. It's a pleasure to hit out of bunkers like this. I could tell that was going to be perfect straight away. Brand new ball's already got a massive chunk taken out of it from whacking trees and cart path. But we're going to stick with it. It's obviously my lucky ball. Greens here are, what's the next level up from pure? Very pure. Wow, why? My oh my oh my. Starting with a par after that tee shot. Life doesn't get any better than this. It does actually, cappuccino. That would make it perfect. I could just finish then, life in general. And then slightly more settled after that. Par 5 here, 540 yards back up the hill. There's a noticeable tightening in this course. From the ones we played over the last few days. Fairways, generous. New word for you, generous. That's generous-ish, generous. But once you get off that line, and once you get into the trees, it's really pot luck if you're going to get close. Big camber right to left. Come on, let's get a good drive for you. Just cut a bit and don't kick left. Okay, stay straight and kick left. It almost did what I wanted to. However, my driving over this trip, would you say, boys, that this trip probably driving's?
It's been very good.
It's been probably the best, hasn't it? So that could be a weapon if I want to try and get the gold medal, but feeling a bit like, I don't know, just feel a bit like twitchy, a bit nervous, I don't know why. Probably because we're the only people out here with a camera. Yeah, these trees are not to be, thanks, almost said a swear word, not to be messed with, these trees. They are, look at that house. Who lives in a place like this? 260 yards away. There does seem to be a bit of room in there. And I've also got this, like, what I could only describe as a cheeky opening. So I've got this little V shape here. Ball is well above my feet. This isn't going to work as a shot, is it? I can't believe you were going to let me do that. So just get it a 6-iron under the tree, just laying up. Pretty good. Wow, playing some almost sensible golf. How many holes do you reckon we can go in without having a coffee before psychosis is induced? 4? 5 max. We'll try not to do too much house perving on this vlog, but some of them are just absolutely unbelievable. 104 yards away. Plan here is to fly this ball a little bit beyond, so about 108, just to the right of the hole. Bit of check and spin. The whole green is coming down from right to left. Only a small target for a par 5 as well. So basically try to start this out at the tall conifer type of tree just to the right of the pin. Now pitch and spin back. Oh, I'm not flown it far enough. Oh, that'd have been really good as well. Just need to get that little bit of extra distance. I don't want to brag or anything, or draw too much attention to it. You'll notice I just hit a draw on command there. You notice that? Yeah. Maybe this is the answer. Early mornings, no caffeine. 1 million miles away, like my new ball marker, by the way. It's the key to good putting. Also might be the key to my hotel room, I don't know. Just use a T everywhere. Right, up the hill, and a little bit right to left. Now, I have absolutely no idea the criteria for naming the best golf course in Europe. Literally no idea. If it went on greens alone though, yeah, I can see where they're getting it. Just pulled it straight off. With greens like this as well, like if they're offline, there's just no chance of them like being knocked back on target. And that's annoying. Like, we actually play for that back in the UK. A little bit of green help. Not gonna get that here. I have played this course, I think it was about 4 or 5 years ago now. I remember there being some water on the left-hand side. Don't think I can reach it with a 3-wood. It's about 280, 290. It's like a really tight, horrible, tricky green. There's also a house out the back that looks like from Tatooine. Yeah, I think I remember that rightly. Right, line is basically at the crane. That's more like it. That's more like what we've seen over the last few days. Okay. 160 into the breeze. This is, so they underwent like a gazillion pound redevelopment here a few years ago. And I remember like bits like this, like looking a little bit tatty, scruffy. They've cleared everything out. They've put a nice wooden surround on it. And then you've already got the surroundings of the beautiful houses. How far was it? 160. 160. Listen, you guys need to fulfill the role of caddies as well today. Be good. Oh, that might be the most frustrating thing in golf. I'm so low for it. What do we think about this design? This is turning into like Architecture Weekly with the Finch Golf media team. Looks a bit Soviet, doesn't it? Looks a bit military installation with some nice soft touches. Bit annoying, not really much choice but to get the lob wedge out, just pop it up here. Slope's helping, so it should stop relatively quickly. I think I've got a chance, you know. Oh, grass just took a really big kick. Nice contact. Jumped a little bit more on that first bounce than I was expected. I think maybe that was Tatooine House. Oh no, that's Tatooine House. There you go. Like a nice part of Tatooine. Like you're not going to get that in Mos Eisley. What's a good neighbourhood? Where's... No, on Tatooine. Where's Jabba live? That must be pretty exclusive. What I've been doing recently is I've been picking like points on the green, imperfections to kind of help me start my putts off on the right line. I've not really seen many so far. Right, inside right. Dead centre. So yeah, since having this putter in the bag, I had a, what would you call it yesterday? A minor fluctuation with it. Bit of a glitch in the matrix, but apart from that, 2-ball. Gonna help me be this scratch golfer, aren't you? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Beautiful wildlife over here. Apart from my mate, Wally the Wasp, bit me yesterday. Got a bit of a swelling going on my right hand, unfortunately, but wasps don't bite. They sting. I need to remember that. All right, we have 161 yards here. That pin is middle of middle. Thinking the same shot as last hole, really. 7-iron, really fade. Start it in between the left edge of the green and the pin. Oh, hole in one at Europe's best course. Can we see it? Oh, it's just come out really straight and pure. Get over the bunker. Sit. I'm not overly unhappy because I think I'm genuinely striking it maybe better than like I ever have in a consistent fashion. Those are the words. Yes. I tested out my chipping today so far. Sorry I couldn't hit it closer, Jacob. I was trying, I promise. I'm gonna land it just with a lob wedge. Just want to try and avoid all this fringe. It's very like sticky if you pitch into it. Kind of just grabs the ball and stops it. Turn. A little bit of a lack of stitching though on that flag. Got certain standards as far as flags go. I expect a bit of stitching. Well, we are pars all the way so far. Get down to those comments below if you haven't already. Let me know what medal you think I'm going to get right here. No cheating, no skipping to the end. Gold, silver, bronze, or off the podium, a complete loser. Now this is a nice hole. It's a double dog leg. Goes around to the right, then up to the left to the green, 550 yards. If you want to go for the green, you need to hit it far enough and long enough right to give yourself an angle. If you hit it straight, then you're laying up over those trees. Beautiful looking hole. I think like this course starts just developing character from this point, and it becomes more of like a real classic Portuguese design. Then we've played on this trip so far, we played the Dunas course at Comporta. Now that's obviously a completely different contrast to something like this. Whereas you've got the old course, the Dom Pedro course. That's very, very kind of tree lined. You've been to the old course, haven't you, Jacob? Who was it who came to the old course? Was that before your time? Yeah. Oh, guys, it's just like, I just consider anything like before you guys arrived now, just didn't even happen, you know what I mean? So we just need like a little cut. So the edge of the bunker, just with a slight fade, would be perfect. Weight in the back of this driver. Keep cutting, keep cutting, keep cutting, keep cutting, keep cutting, keep cutting. Big bounce. Go on. Go! Wow, it is going as well. Yeah, that's worked out absolutely perfect. That. Got away with it a little bit. I kind of like hit it a tiny bit toey, a little bit high, and it just came out with no spin. Just bounded down there. I'd love to say I had the ability to hit it there on command, but I don't. Not quite sure what to do. So I've got 220 yards. It's not quite a 4-iron unless I really step on it. It's definitely not a hybrid because there's trouble behind. So if we hit a 4-iron, aiming over the center of the bunker and hit a little bit of a draw, try and use the wind a touch. That sure gives the distance. If he finishes in that bunker, it's a par 5, you can get up and down. Now I can draw the ball on command. Oh my God, be good. Please be good. That looks amazing. I honestly don't know what's happened this trip. I've all of a sudden turned into actually not a disgusting golfer, and it makes me feel top of the world. How many holes are we in? 5th. I'm reaching crash stage. This might be the longest I've ever been without caffeine. Just a side note here. So we're on the side of the green, and you'll notice like around this course, like loads of the wood chip. I've got a feeling that this is what they spent like a lot of the money on. This used to be, I remember it because I was here, like overgrown, like grassy area, maybe like a bit of a pond, and they're like completely wood chipped it all. God knows how much it must have cost, but like when you see in between all like the big trees now, it looks like just so much better, so much cleaner. I like it a lot. This is turning out to potentially be just one of the rounds of my life. Get carried away after 4 pars. All right, whole green kind of slopes towards me here. Oh, come on. Whatever happens, as long as it's not 3-putt, wallop that like button for getting under par on this vlog. I will feel the positivity coursing through me. Oh, it's gone left. Ah. Oh, really fancied that as well. Oh well. That is a birdie. That is a birdie. Oh, on the south course here. Fantastic, fantastic stuff. Loving this place already. Loving the fact I'm striking in the middle of the course. Loving the fact I've got the boys here with me. Loving the fact that you guys are watching. Just a great day all around. Wonder what happens when that first bogey goes in. Oh, hello. So there's a dog leg around to the left, but from memory, there's not a lot of room left. I think if you pull it, you're gonna be out of bounds. So if I hit a hybrid basically straight down the middle of the fairway, if I then do get a little bit of draw on it, this should be just enough to clear the bunker downwind. Yeah, straight down. Just settle, yep, perfect. I don't want to sound like I'm being like a bit of a douche, but I'm middling like pretty much all my shots. This has never happened, and I hope it's just like one of those, like, you know, those special days you get where you're just like on it. I really hope so. 126 yards. I'm going to use the Vokey pitching wedge, which I've not used before. Try and get it beyond the pin to the left and spinning back. Don't want to be short of this green because it's a big false front. Spin right. Just pulled it a touch. I mean, it did, again, pretty much what I wanted to. Flushed it again. You know, we've pitched here and then did all the way back there. Curse of using a brand new wedge. That was the 46 degree bogey. I've never been hit before. Now what do we do? I don't really want to chip and run it into this bank. Oh. Just wasn't a very good chip, that. Tell you what, I wasn't probably far away from coming back down to me, was it? Oh, as the sun pokes through. I've been putting well. It's not completely unexpected. Wow, again, it's just coming together. Life is good. Life is sweet. There's 200 yards playing 190 down the slope. Not sure how high on confidence I am now, but I'm actually feeling like I should draw it into this pin with it being on the left. So I'm going to aim center of the green, just trying it a little draw. Oh, that is a bad strike. I feel sorry for Jacob. He gets down there and he's like expecting a really good shot. I slap it like that.
The one time that he's not.
Oh yeah, the one time he's not there, guaranteed he'll go it. Like guaranteed. 54 degree. I'm gonna play one of them chip and runs. I am still a long way from the flag. It's interesting, like trying to adapt your game to different conditions, because like if I was in rough like that, like you get thick rough obviously at home, but you don't get it which is that separated as far as like the blades of grass and the ball just sinks to the bottom. It's very strange. 54 degree, let it feed down. Go on, release out. Go on then. Go on then. Wow, good line, wasn't it? Looked pretty good, that. Oh my word, look at that house up there. That's a hotel, surely, has to be. What would you even do, even if you've got like a massive family, like, what are you even doing that? I'm feeling really good with this putter. It's a nice feeling, you know what I mean? One thing we've also just seen here, like Europe's best golf course, it encompasses a lot of other things, like the whole surroundings, which we'll get into once we get to 9, because like the whole estate here is massive and incredible. We'll have to show you a little bit more. Again, it's more for position here. The 3-wood. Now, old Pete would just get a driver out here and just sling it around the corner, but new Pete's different. New Pete refers to himself in the third person, apparently, which was a news flash that came to me today. So I'm going to aim centre of the fairway, and if it cuts a bit, then great. It's a raised green, beautiful little dog leg. Just a nice course. I mean, obviously it has to be, but to get accolades, it's just great. Thank you. Yeah, I'll do. I am definitely going to have to change this 3-wood. It's just going so high. You don't notice how high it's going? Yeah, but like if you want to try and control the flight of it, it's just like going to space straight away. Fortunately, got a Bill Man Bag video on the way. Right, let's figure this out. This is all about playing better golf and making good decisions. It is, yeah, 152 up the hill, but it's playing 157 with slope. There's also a big false front, so we don't want to be short. The wind is down off the right. Now we need a 157 number, if not a little bit more, and there's a big slope behind the pin. So if I was to hit a full 9, I think that would probably be okay. Also, that would be loaded with backspin. So I'm going to hit an 8. I'm going to aim more for the centre of the green, allow the slope of the fairway to bring it round for me, and just hit like a little 3/4 shot. My line is like 3 trees just to the right of the hole. It's that middle tree. Don't want to get involved with this overhanging branch here either. Be good. Spin left. It's not come down, it just pitched in the rough, didn't it? Oh, that was really close. That was actually really close. It just a little bit too much club. Do I hear the birds? Yeah. We've lost Kieran. Do you hear the birds? What are they saying to you, Kieran? I made an error. White flag, pin at the back. Oh, if it had pitched short of the rough, I think it would have had enough spin to bring it back down. And I've got to land it short of the green, and we already know how inconsistent that can be. Literally just got to land it just short here. It's all going to just trickle straight down. No. No. Not good. Not good, that. Mindset's not fully there as a good golfer just yet. Last second of that, I was just like, make sure it kind of gets there. There's no way it wasn't going to get there. It's always going to get there. If I shouted at it loudly, it would have got there. Oh, it's it. Ah. Okay. I got very annoyed halfway because I thought, oh, I'm not hitting, it's a perfect line, and it wasn't the perfect line, and so it wouldn't have mattered at all. So that's bogey. Wrong execution of the second shot. Put me in a bad position. Walks off with a bogey. These are the margins that we're playing with this level of the game. Found a hedgehog on this hole last time I was here, just as a side note. Some of these back tees here are pretty intense. It's well over 7,000 yards already. I think we'll be over an extra 200 yards by the end of today. Now line, I'm going aggressive. Straight over the corner, smashing the living hell out of it. If it cuts back, that's fine. If not, we're gonna have a little wedge in. This is more the course management I like. Yeah, it's cutting back, just be short of that bunker. Should be good, yeah? I'm entirely sure the distances with these wedges yet, but back into the breeze, out the rough. Get a nice solid, oh wow, that is some thick rough that. Oh my word, that's chunky. Right, I'm gonna aim a little bit right at this pin, lob wedge. All kind of moves down to the left, just don't want to be short again. Oh, I pulled it, but go. I'm gonna stop sending him to green. It's a curse. He's cursed, he is. Oh, this will be a nice test of the wedge. Into grain here. Use that bounce, right to left. Pitching it there, letting it roll round. Come on, chip in. Feel like under par, be a good score on this front nine I've played. It's into grain, it's gonna pop up. Sit down. Sit. 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 Don't go on the collar. Woosah. So annoying. Oh, Pete. I feel like I've played all right. Right, I feel I've struck the ball all right, but I've not actually hit that many greens in reg there, if you think about it. Like missed the first, second, missed the third, missed the fourth, fifth hit, missed the sixth, missed the seventh, missed the eighth, and missed the ninth. So even though I feel I'm striking it okay, actually one over par is probably not a terrible score, really. What do we think so far? What do we think of the course so far?
The course is lovely.
Yeah, nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just like, it's just got that extra level, and it does look, it's not Augusta. Obviously it isn't, but like the tall pine trees and then like the cleared area underneath them, the slopes. I get it. I do get what you were saying, Kieran. Not completely disagreeing with you. Just shoved a load of cheese and ham into my mouth. I've got a crowd now. Just been saying how I've been hitting it all right. Got a bit one there. Right, 450 here. Like line is centre of the fairway and just let it drift to the right. It should all kick down from there. I'll do. There you go, that'll do. Almost definitely didn't pull that and clip that tree just in front of me. Nobody saw that though, so it was okay. 122 up the slope. Just gonna hit half a pitching wedge. Don't want to be short, as you can see, there is a false front straight from the apocalypse here, so oh, 3/4 wedge held into that. Yeah, pretty good. People found that would be pin high, which is the absolute sign of a quality ball strike. Someone's just had some food. And a really weird tasting protein shake as well. Wouldn't recommend that. I don't feel too good after that. It was very, very, very salty ham. Like quite salty cheese. And like that protein shake was, I don't know, I won't put it in my top 10. that I've ever had. You've got to put yourself into these positions, try new things, and they might work out. If I slam this home for a birdie. Got a good feeling about this back nine, boys. I think we're going to create some YouTube history. Oh. Bit underpaced again. I'm hitting my lines okay. Aiming slightly wrong. However, it's a par start. I'm back on the par train after a couple of stops at Bogey Village and Bogey Square. Don't know. Bogeyville. But we want to get off at Birdie's Berg.
Birdie King.
Birdie King. Want to get off? That's not a train stop. That's a fast food joint.
Oh, Birdie St. Cross.
Birdie
St. Pancras.
Birdie St. Pancras. All right. Oh, get down to those comments. Next stop, Birdie St. Pancras. 200 yards. Well, actually, like 210 yards, but it's playing 200 downslope into a touch of breeze. Now, anything that I hit hard is just going to like balloon up, and with the change in elevation, it's going to hold up even more. So I'm thinking a 4-iron, like cut back into it. Just a solid strike. I don't need to go mental with it. Jacob's gone up to the green. Didn't say anything. Just disappeared. Just gone. We don't even know if he's at the green. Well, we literally don't know where he's gone. Don't know where he is, don't know what he's doing. Okay, all right, so 200 yards down the slope. We're going to wait for Jacob to make, focus in on him, make what appears to be the slowest move up to this green, potentially, in the history of camera work. Oh, a little bit of a run out of the buggy there. Best hit the green now. Right, that wind's just picked up again. Oh, hold on. Kick off that slope a bit. Ah, well, that was a bit of a bail, wasn't it? Oh, felt the pressure, you see. Felt the watching eyes. Missed another green. I mean, it's a difficult one, admittedly, but yeah, if I'd have caught the bank rather than the rough, I might have kicked round onto it, but I didn't. So we didn't, and I haven't. Oh, we have some thick, claggy stuff again. Not the nicest of kicks, that, was it? Just pulled it straight left off the blade. Bogey, 2 over. Well, by striking the ball relatively well, I think this course off the back tees is finding me out a little bit here, unfortunately. Rather annoyingly, not sure you can kind of hear it here. The weight at the back of this TaylorMade driver is loose, and for the life of me, this is the front movable weight, which is the same as the shaft sleeve. For whatever reason, that connection on the back weight is different. Why would you do that? Literally makes no sense. 280 to where they are, up around the corner. So it's quite a big dog leg here, but you don't need to cut loads off it because it's massively uphill to the right hand side. The nice solid strike will get us where we need to be. Cut hard, cut hard, sit. Just into the semi, but it's okay. I wanted to take a little bit more off than that, but wimped out. It's fine. Difficulty with this green. It's a par 5 green, but it's like literally as narrow as this tee. It's kind of long and narrow. I mean, a layup's a sensible play, definitely, because there's big bunkers and the green's quite narrow. Do I trust my wedge play enough if I leave myself like 50, 60 yards? It's more of a question for me, if I'm being honest with you. Like more of a personal question. I mean, we can chat about it, but yeah, so just a 5-iron up the hill. Just see myself 80 yards or so, be good. It's okay, I think that's in the rough right there. It's like one of the hardest things for me to do. I don't know why. Like if there's nothing to like aim at, nothing to visualize, it's a real struggle on a layup shot. Poor though. Go on then. I really want that gold medal. 61 yards away. We want to be getting this past the pin. Again, it's a false front moving from left to right, apparently, according to Jacob's little sweeping motion there. But this is going to stop pretty much where it lands. Got a real issue with these false fronts. I have a real issue going on here with these false fronts. Just can't like get it past them. Should have gone for it. Shouldn't have laid up. You can walk. You talk me into it. Oh. Look good all the way. That look good all the way. Just shimmied to the left halfway to the hole. All right, it's a par, but it's a par 5. Like on a course like this off the backs, you've got to take advantage of these. It's nice being surrounded by my boys with the cameras. Isn't this nice? Ah, come on, it's just a weird feeling. This has to be top 3, surely today. Just because of that tree. Little waiters' tables, we saying, Kira. Little tabletops. Nice little birdies landing on top of that, getting a little bit of lunch. Oh, what I can also imagine is everybody watching this, if you haven't already, hitting the subscribe button. As you can see by this graphic here, almost 50% of you who watch aren't currently subscribed, and I would love to change that to a positive outcome. So if you haven't already, well, that subscribe button. Now, the last 6 holes here, they are absolute stunners, so stay tuned. You're in for a treat. Hopefully, I have the golf to match. It's only 380 here, a little bit downwind, just gonna hit 3 wood. Find the centre of that fairway, give myself a wedge in. Need to start giving myself some better chances. I'm not going to do it from over there. Wow. So bad, it's actually worked out okay. Almost missed that. Oh, lack of caffeine is really catching me up. Kids, you take a lesson from Uncle Pete. Don't drink coffee, don't drink tea. Stay off it, don't even bother with it. If you do, you're going to be in this situation now. Well, now we have something slightly different. 130 yards, but out of the wood chippings. Don't really know how it's going to affect it. We're slightly downwind. I'm going to have to back foot trap it just a touch. Now, usually if you back foot trap it out of this, it might get quite a bit of spin. 130, think, use your big massive grey matter. 130, back foot, 120 shot, a little bit of help with the wind, 125, 1 skip, stop, by the hole. Honestly, these stop. Right, me and these false fronts. By the way, if you don't know what a false front of a green is, it's where the front of a green has quite a steep bank to it. And even if that's, say, I don't know, 10 yards long, if the slope is steep enough to carry the ball away, it's a false front because it's the start of the green, but realistically, if you stop there, it's not going to finish on the green. That's a false front. And I absolutely, apparently love them with a deep passion I didn't know I had, because I just cannot stay away from them. They are like catnip to me right now. You know, if you don't give yourself the birdie chances, you're not going to give yourself a chance of a gold medal. That is a sculpture of a man throwing a discus over there. Practically the same. Yeah, it was right to left. Second guess myself. Pin eye. I need to just take another few seconds to come actually have a look, kind of further up the green. Get into like my normal kind of YouTube mindset where I'm just trying to hit everything as quickly as possible. This isn't what we're doing here. Short putting feels really good. Really good with this 2-ball. That's the main positive that I'm taking from today so far. 2 over. What's my projected score here, mate? Damn! Come on, Pete. Well, it's 383 meters, so 410 yards. Oh, give it a go. Why not give it a go? Driver. Stroking next two, there's water to the right. Line is the green. Attitude is can do. That was a massive shot, that. Yeah, that's going to be big. That's huge. Still going. All right, for the last time, Jacob is up by the green. So this might be it, the decider on whether he stays. 84, we've got a 54 degree. I'm just going to land this to the right. One grab, check, stop, eagle. This would be great. This would just be fantastic. Thank the Lord. I honestly don't think that Jacob would have forgiven us if we'd not hit a decent shot there. Oh, at last. I did pull it a little bit, which is slightly annoying because that would have been like perfect. But liking these wedges, the Vokies, really good. Oh, good news as well, Kieran. There's a toilet on the next tee. You are welcome. That is up the hill, and right at the end, that is going to plop to the right-hand side. Left to right, outside the left, let it drip in. Oh, I'm really happy about that. Good drive, nice wedge shot, good short range putt. Back to one over. Smells like a gold medal to me. There it is, my favourite bird. I'd probably say that's my favourite bird after owls. Owls I still very much have a fond spot for, but the hoopoe, great name. Beautiful colourings and this thing on its head, like fans open when it flies. That's it. It's mostly the name. Right, it's 220 yards off the backs here. Pin is a little bit forward and it's a 4-iron, everything I've got. I need to absolutely pure it, get a little bit lucky, do everything all at the same time. Right, here we go. Straight at it, there's no point going for like the middle of the green here. It's all flat, missing it right, be fine. Oh, go hard, go so hard. Oh. That was not a good strike. Oh, wow. Oh, I got away with that, wow. Yeah, very unpure. Yet again, it's a good test out of these Vokies anyway. Maybe a little bit left to right, is it? Get us on the green. Pop it on there, let it release. Oh God, stop. That was a massive decel. Started to feel it a little bit. Mind isn't firing on any kind of cylinder. Big bank here as well, just like a huge decel. Not sure what happened there. Stayed left all the way. No hint of a movement. What a disappointing bogey. Mind you, I think after that tee shot, I might be lucky to get away with that. So we're on to the signature hole now. Well, one of the signature holes. A beautiful par 4 over the hill, far away. And it's got our restaurant out the back of the green. Isn't that exciting? Our restaurant. Right, so we're hitting a drive here over the corner. Like the fairway slopes all the way down to the green, and the green is backed by like a lake fed by the sea. Is that a lagoon? I call it Quinta de Lagoon. Quinta de Lagoon. No, okay. Right, it's basically a driver over the corner of this bunker. A little bit more room left than there looks. That is absolutely perfect, if I say so myself. Yeah, that's good. Really good. Wow. Driving's back. Now, I don't endorse any other energy drink over another, but I've just had some Powerade and I'm feeling instantly a lot better. Other energy drinks are available. That was, I mean, I hit it well, but it's 400 off the back, so I was like, I think they're okay. Might check back there for a sprinkle rate, I think. Yeah, so 372 meters. Yeah, so literally 400 yards I'm at the front of the green. That's good. I'll take that. A little bit downwind off the right, do you think, there as well? Right, we're right to left. Solid pitch here with a 60 degree. Couple of bounces, a little bit of grab, and then just settle down the hole. It's just released a touch. Didn't pitch it a million miles away from where I wanted to, just like a bit of a very dead first bounce, wasn't it? It needed it in. Oh, I just needed it in that. What a drive that was as well. So really disappointed by that. Just a bit tentative on that putt. I was never quite 100% sure about how much it was going to break, so I think I just lagged it a little bit. Gold medal winners don't lag putts. That's just a fact. Another contender for top house, just this very simple one here, infinity pool, bunker in the back garden, a jetty onto the lagoon. Simple, manageable, invite your friends round, they'd be suitably impressed, but not feel intimidated by the sheer vastness of the home. Just more appreciative of the layout, the dimensions, and the modern take on a Portuguese home. This is a beauty. So 560 yards, wind is off the left, and there is a massive bank to the right. Oh, I remember this one. So they've done a lot of work, because I remember on this hole last time I played it, I was on the bank on the right, I hooked my next shot left of the green, and it was absolute death over there. It was like neck-high grass, dragons, all sorts. And it looks like I just cleared it away for trees. So even though it doesn't look like it, probably the miss here is in the left rough rather than the right. Par 5, come on. 2 over, 2 holes to go. You could still get this gold medal, but you've got to step up. You've got to hit some golf shots here now. Oh, I tell you what, path it for me. Oh, it's just in the left semi. It's okay. Opens up the hole a bit. Just hopefully get a good lie and not be stuck behind a tree. I think he must have hit kind of one of these trees and just come backwards. Left yourself like 300 in, so I'm gonna have to lay up, hit it under this tree here, and then just try and scoot it along a little bit with a 4. Rely on my famous pitching ability. Damn, come on, concentrate there. I might just be on the bank to the right. That's another bad layup. It kicked left a bit. It's not great though. That was an attempt at a hook. Just not giving myself these kind of birdie chances that I need often enough. I want to be a scratch golfer. Gotta do that. I have some whopping pines in front of me. 120 yards left to go still. A little bit downhill. Is it suddenly kind of downwind here? Or is this my imagination? Because it was definitely downwind on that par 4. We switched around the other way. My poor little brain can't cope. I've got a 54 degree, which full is like 110, or a 50 degree, which I'd have to take a little bit off. I think I'm almost better swinging harder down the slope here. 54 degree, trust it with your life. Not when you strike it like that. I almost missed that. I almost missed that. Side slope. Right, long chip up the green here. I'm going to use a, just want to make sure that we're getting some release. Move slightly to the left at the end. Man, it's not making life easy. I'm all about that easy-going Portuguese life. So uphill that. Just needed battering. What's my projected score, mate? Good putt. Percentage make on this putt as well. Not high. God, this putt is so good. It's gone left straight away. Just a bit of a pull maybe. Oh, a bogey and such two very disappointing holes there. Ah, damn, that's a nice house. See, that's nice, isn't it? Again, just a beautiful example of modern and classic architecture being moulded. What an interesting last hole this is. Very, very flat. Very flat. Kind of hard to pick a bit of a line here. Dogleg around the corner right to left. I'm going to have to absolutely blast one over the corner here, and then if it cuts a bit, stay short of those trees. I mean, a birdie gets us to 2 over, and just discovered the slope rating of this course. So the actual difficulty off the backs is basically 2 over. So that would be all right. That'd be passable, but it's definitely exposed some gaping weaknesses in my game. Come on. Last drive of Portugal. Yep, and then I'll cut the hole down to size. Wow, it's through the other side. It's okay though, it's short of the tree, so I could have gone a lot further left than that, actually. Just want to say before we finish up, big thank you for Quinta del Lago for having us over. It's been an amazing few days, and if you haven't checked out all the rest of the content from Portugal, make sure you do now. That's a big boy. Now it looks like it's struggling, so I reckon the wind's off the left a little bit. Nope, it's straight into 153. I've got an 8 iron. Sums it up, doesn't it, really? I think it's found me out, this course, with the false fronts, like about distance control. And how I've just not got that nailed down, and it's leaving so much pressure on my short game, my chipping and my putting. Fortunately, new irons are on the way. Not saying that's going to make any difference at all, but let's get up and down. Let's finish at 3. Come on. I've reached the end of the line and almost the end of my tether. Just want to say big thank you for watching, everybody. Subscribe if you haven't already. Looking forward to playing a few more really cool courses very, very soon. Getting some good guests along. All right. Come on. Oh, that's such a bad putt to finish on. Oh, that just stinks. Stinks of a... See you next time.